No one thinks about what's under the city. Tunnels, chambers, whole sections that were bricked up and forgotten decades ago. There are no records, no maps, no reason why. I found one of them by accident. A gap in the fencing behind the river underpass, big enough to squeeze through. I told myself it was nothing. Just another dead-end passage, maybe an old service route. The air that drifted out was wrong. Heavy, foul, like something rotting far below. But curiosity pushed me in. My light caught walls slick with moisture, steel pipes corroded to rust. The silence pressed in on me. Not quiet, silence. Too deep, too absolute. Then I noticed the marks. Long grooves carved into the concrete. Not cracks from age, not tools. Something had dragged its claws here. I should have turned back. God, I should have turned back. The deeper I walked, the stranger it felt. The walls weren't uniform, too smooth in some places, too jagged in others. Like they'd been reshaped, worn down by more than water. Then came the sounds. At first faint, almost like footsteps, but not mine. Too many, too light for boots, too heavy for rats. They didn't come from one place. They shifted, ahead, then behind, then overhead. A scrape of claw on concrete, slow and deliberate. I froze, listening. And that's when I heard it, breathing. Not one breath, but several. Wet, ragged gasps overlapping in the dark. I raised the flashlight. The tunnel was empty, but I knew I wasn't alone, and there wasn't just one of them. I stumbled into a side chamber. At first, I thought it was just a maintenance room, rusted pipes, collapsed bricks. Then the smell hit me. Rot, metallic, sharp enough to sting my throat. The floor wasn't empty. Bones covered it, piles of them. Some old and yellowed, others fresh, still dark. They weren't scattered at random. They were arranged, ribs in spirals, skulls stacked neatly, and mixed among them, shoes, torn shirts. A phone screen shattered in half, a child's backpack. Every missing poster I'd ever walked past suddenly had a place here. The sound returned, scraping claws, but not from one wall, from every wall. Above me, behind me, surrounding me. They weren't stalking anymore. They were driving me deeper, herding me like prey. I saw them. Hands came first. Long fingers, skin pale as paper, claws scraping against the walls as they descended. Then more, dozens, crawling out of cracks and holes, folding their bodies like insects. They had no eyes, no noses, just faces stretched smooth, except for the mouths. Rows of teeth, jagged yellow, wet with saliva. And they didn't move alone. They moved together. Dozens of heads tilting in the same instant. Dozens of mouths opening to click and hiss at one another, echoing like language. They weren't animals. They weren't strays. This was the society. The people beneath the city. Old, organized, waiting. And I had walked right into their nest. I ran. But it was useless. They didn't chase. They guided, spreading across walls and ceilings, cutting me off, funneling me exactly where they wanted me. The tunnel opened into a cavern. Massive. The ceiling arched high, dripping with fungus that glowed faint green. And on every surface, they clung, hundreds of them, silent, motionless, watching with eyeless faces. Then as one, their heads turned toward me, and the whispering began, a low chorus, guttural and endless, rattling the walls. For a second, I thought they would spare me. Then the horde moved, all at once. I dropped my light. It rolled across the stone, its beam catching grinning mouths and claws rushing forward, 100 faces closing in. And now I know where the missing went. They were never lost. They were taken. We were never alone in this city. Not above, not below.
Our voyage has reached its end, yet the sea still whispers of shadows unseen. Remember, sailor, every ending is but the beginning of another tale. We shall meet again.